What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. So, Don Lemon, formerly an anchor at CNN, is now suing Elon Musk and his social media network X, formerly known as Twitter, for $35 million. He is alleging fraud and breach of contract after the billionaire abruptly scrapped a content partnership between the two of them in March. The lawsuit earlier reported on the legal claim that Musk and X promised Lemon that he would have full authority and control over the work that he produced, even if the work was disliked by the Tesla CEO and his executives. Lemon also alleged that he never received any pay for his content deal, which the lawsuit states amounted to a guaranteed $1.5 million in the first year. Lemon's attorney, Carney Sherigan, and a representative for X didn't immediately respond to requests for comment. Lemon's suit comes less than 5 months after the much touted content deal fell apart, even before it officially started. X announced the arrangement was ending just days before it was supposed to be set on air in March, while Musk derided Lemon's approach at the time as basically just CNN but on social media. The first episode, which Lemon released on social media after the content deal was canceled, showed a sometimes prickly conversation with Musk in which the billionaire defended his prescription uses of ketamine, saying that the substance helped him alleviate a negative chemical mindset. Musk also complained in the interview about the way that Lemon was asking questions, describing it as not cogent. Okay, well, that might be on you, Elon. That might have been a little side effect of taking ketamine, but we'll continue. The lawsuit alleges that Musk and his representatives, including ex CEO Linda Yaccarno, deliberately misrepresented what they intended to do, which claims it was supposed to capitalize on Lemon's name and his professional status to rehabilitate X's reputation after major advertisers fled the service following Musk's endorsement of an anti Semitic post. Lemon alleges that he incurred hundreds of thousands of dollars to create his own media company to produce the X content. So that was the article from CBS News. Okay. So a few things here, right? I feel like, Don, ever since he left CNN, and listen, he got an amazing severance package. Um, I think it was at least 8 figures, if I'm not mistaken. But here's the thing with people like Elon Musk and Donald Trump and people in that same right wing conservative vein. They have a lot of lip service. And I feel like when it comes to any type of critical analysis, any type of, questions in regards to their business practices or anything, they're not used to people asking them anything with any type of substance, right? So, for example, you know, Pete Souza, he was the White House photographer and he was hired, I believe it was during the Obama administration, maybe even before that. But he took a picture. He showed a picture on Twitter of Donald Trump's ear, right? Because he had that big patch on his ear, saying that his ear was about to fall off because of the attempt that happened a few weeks ago. When in actuality, I think it was just like a small piece of glass that had ricocheted off of the teleprompter or something. Like it wasn't an actual pow pow on his ear, right? So Pete, being the photographer that he is, and I feel like he left during the Trump administration, if I'm not mistaken. But I know he was really prevalent during the Obama years. But he showed a picture of Trump's ear, right? He's like, here's the photo evidence. They suspended him on that. Like his Twitter account just completely was suspended just for him posting that picture. Elon Musk talks a lot about lip service, but we have to remember this man grew up in South Africa during the apartheid years, and his father owned an emerald mine. And, Elon Musk talks about how he had a difficult childhood, even though he was heir to, a fortune, essentially. But he said his father was a very complicated man, a very difficult man. Um, And so he talks about how he values free speech, but his behavior says otherwise, right? Like we just saw recently, and I talked about this in the video with Kamala Harris, all these different demographics and these movement calls, you know, the White Dudes for Harris call had a lot of celebrities on there and they raised a lot of money really quickly and they suspended their Twitter account, right? So when people were asking why did the White Dudes for Harris Twitter account get suspended, they gave them some red tape answer like, "Oh, you were suspended. You were found in violation of being in violation." Like it was asinine, right? They talk in circles a lot because when you talk about free speech or any of the the rights and freedoms that we have as Americans, they don't translate. Um, One, they don't translate overseas for sure, and two, Elon Musk. They didn't have free speech in apartheid South Africa. If you said something wrong, they would throw you in under the jail, especially if you were black. Okay, but so that's not his upbringing. So I feel like he's having a really difficult time with that. On top of the fact that Don Lemon is a black man, and this man already grew up in South Africa apartheid, and then we have Don Lemon questioning him. And I watched that video. I didn't see anything wrong with the questions that he was asking him. He didn't even get through the entire video or interview. I'm sorry. He got a lot of pushback, and they essentially canceled his show before it even started. But I feel like Don, he should he should expect that because that's the type of person that he is. Similarly, with Donald Trump going to the National Association for Black Journalists conference in Chicago, and I just did a video about that. I don't understand why people don't take these men at their word or at their actions, right? When they show you who they are, believe them the first time. That's what Maya Angelou taught us. This man is not a proponent of free speech, and you can see it in what he does. As soon as he bought Twitter, he laid off a whole lot of essential staff, which, and it started glitching. He renamed it. The stock in the company has plummeted. I mean, to the point where the CEO, Linda, they said that every single time she tries to pull the company back into the black, he does something to push them further in the red. If you guys remember, this man went on a conference stage and he told the advertisers like Walt Disney, who owns like ABC and all these, that's big money. That's long money. It was like Walt Disney, I believe it was Apple, Microsoft, like huge companies. He told these people to F off. And those was his exact words. And the interviewer looked at him like he had lost his mind. And then he doubled down on it. He was like, "Yeah, they can all F off." And I'm telling you, that to me further lets me know that one, this man does not care about offending anybody. If he's not worried about offending Walt Disney, Apple, these huge corporations, I believe it was like Amazon, like just, the biggest advertisers on his social media platform, he doesn't care about losing money. He doesn't care about his shareholders. Don Lemon, I'm not understanding why you would think that he would care about a talk show on his platform, um, when you can easily set your own talk show up on YouTube or start a podcast or do your own thing. Like, you don't need validation from Elon Musk. Similarly with, the NABJ, yeah, National Association for Black Journalists, you inviting Donald Trump to Chicago for your convention just to hear him spew racist rhetoric, to me, it doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know what they were expecting him to say, but he's not going to say anything that's not already in his heart. We know who he is. This man is he is who he is. Same with Elon Musk. He is who he is. Once he bought Twitter, it used to be a public good. It used to be somewhere, especially those who were verified back in the day, where people could trust that, this was something people went to for an online community, but they could trust the verified accounts. And I don't mean just celebrities. I'm talking about actual, you know, um, department heads and, you know, emergency services. Like, it was something that people could rely on. Now, everybody has a blue check mark, and all these, right wing bots and it's a mess. And I feel like that was intentional. Now he's allegedly interfering with our elections. So I will keep you updated on this Don Lemon lawsuit, but I'm surprised that he was surprised. You know what I mean? But I guess some lessons you have to learn the hard way. Let me know your thoughts about Don Lemon suing Elon Musk. He does have a YouTube channel, by the way. I don't know if you guys want to check it out, but he had to come on over here because he realized that, you know, he's not valued over there. Don't go where love is not being served. Don't go where you're not valued. And I guess he had to see for himself. But you guys, let me know your thoughts. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces. Bye.